Tour de Fleece is an event where spinners across the globe spin yarn in concurrence with the Tour de France. I hope you'll join me in my adventure with the Tour de Fleece as I try to spin through as much of my fiber stash as possible. Good morning, Mama. Hi, Beauty. Good morning, chicken doodles. Hi, girls. Okay, so I did not see the end of the race. I wanted to record this before all of the facts and figures popped out of my broken brain. So it is about 12 o'clock. There was about 4 kilometers left of the race at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I had a conference call. So I missed the end of the race. I did watch the summary of the last kilometer. So I did get to see like the final results. But I'm so bummed that I didn't get to see it live. So I did took some notes, and I'll talk a little bit about the race. So it was a grueling race. There was a lot of hills, climbs on this stage. The most significant was the last piece. I can't remember how long the stretch was, but there was a 20% gradient, and it topped off right at the finish line. So literally like a pull for that last bit of the race. Crazy. So there was about 4 miles left when I saw a break by Simone Geschke, I think is how you pronounce his name. And he was like way out. He was looking strong. He was really pulling up those last few gradients before the big haul at the end. And the peloton was a ways behind him. Most of the race, the peloton was led by the UAE team, which is Tode Pogacar's teammates. There was about 3 or 4 of them in front of him, kind of pulling him along, giving him, like clean air, so that they kind of do the work for him a little bit, to keep him fresh for the end. And then slowly but surely, teammates started to peel off. So they were at the front of the pack for most of the race. And there was like 450 meters to go when Tade moved to the front of the peloton and really started to break away and go for that stage win. There was, I can't remember his first name, Vingegaard kind of helped him. It wasn't his teammate, but he kind of broke in front of him and was making a break for the finish line, and he was really pulling, and Tade just kind of stayed behind him, and I think used his clean air to get most of the way up the hill, and then just at the last minute he pulled out in front and took the stage win. Followed a close third behind I want to say Vinegar, but that's not it. Vingegaard was Primož Roglič. So in spite of him being in pain from the last few days, and his separated shoulder, he is still finishing strong at third. So that is basically the race as I see it. I wanted to record it early so that I wouldn't forget it, and this evening we will just talk about the spinning. So that's it. Lunch break is almost over. I'll see you later. It is actually getting on in the evening, and had a nice visit today with Julie. She came over for a little while and we knit and we chatted and tried out a new camera, and I spent a little bit with her and then finished off the spin after she went home. So here it is. I showed pictures earlier, but it is done. So that is 1/2 of the cherry blossom merino and neps spin. So the other, well, it's a little over half. It's 2.66 ounces out of 4. So the other one is in here, will be spun with this fiber. The other fiber is Tea and Crumpets, which is a wool and silk, and I think it's Firestar. Yeah, Firestar. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is do this, which is the other 2.66 ounces of the Tea and Crumpets, and then I'll do the one that is the 2 together. Maybe. Scratch that. I'm going to do the 1.33 of the Neppy Bits. So tomorrow is the first day that Julie and I are going to go on one of our yarny adventures, our biggest yarny adventure of the summer, which is the Maine yarn cruise. It is it's not really a cruise, it's a crawl, visiting 22 different yarn shops or hobby shops, fiber related hobby shops throughout the state of Maine. Tomorrow is our first trip, so we're going to be gone most of the day. It's going to be very difficult for me to get any spinning in, but I'm going to give it a try. That's why I'm going to go with the smaller bit of the merino and neps. So we'll see if I can get that completed tomorrow, and then I have next week off of work. There's a couple of days that we're going to take off. We're not going to be yarn cruising, but then we're going to dive right back in and try to get all, I think I've made an itinerary so that we can get them all done except for one shop by a week from tomorrow. So 1 week, 21 shops. It's going to be interesting. So there may not be a whole lot of spinning, but I'll try to include little bits and pieces of our yarn cruise. We do a huge video, a compilation of all of our yarny adventure for the Maine yarn cruise after we have completed our shop visits. So look out for that as well. Other than that, I think I'm going to go to bed because we have a very early start tomorrow. There will be a lot. Oh, I'm eating my fiber. There will be a lot more spinning on the Louette in the future. I got some news from the doctor today that I am going to need some fluid drained from my knee. So that is going to limit my ability to treadle. At least for a couple of days, I'll probably be a little uncomfortable. So you'll see a lot more of the Louette until the 20th when I have the procedure done, and then we'll go back to the Wheel 6. So I'll have to have some strategic spinning over the next couple of weeks to make sure that I free up my eel wheel bobbins and fill up my Louette bobbins. So that is about it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Love for you to subscribe and join us here for some of our other shenanigans. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care.